People don't want to buy your shit, and people are tired of people trying to sell them. Look, every fourth or fifth post on social media is some ad trying to get people to buy something. Every few minutes on YouTube, it's some ad trying to get people to buy something. Every time people turn on the TV, it's some ad trying to get them to buy something. Every time they open their email inbox, it's some ad trying to get them to buy something. Every time they walk to their freaking mailbox, it's some ad trying to get them to buy something. And then here you are trying to get them to buy something. Look, people are exhausted, and every single time somebody clicks off of your video or scrolls past your post of you trying to sell them something, they're basically giving you two big fat middle fingers and telling you to F off because they are tired of it. But if you want to make over 7 figures online in your business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K like I did, you gotta know what people actually want. If you just simply give people what they want, it's so easy to grow a business. And it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you probably have just as good of a chance of converting people to customers as those guys that wear those short sleeve button-up white shirts have of converting people to God. Like, what is those guys' problem? The only reason why that's even on my mind, because I was just sitting enjoying a green juice in the park, and 2 of those short sleeve white button-up collared shirt wearing bicycle riding guys with helmets came on and was like, "Oh, do you know God?" I'm like, "Hey man, I know God. He's the homie. Let me enjoy my green juice." So I know I kind of went off on a tangent right there, but those guys are annoying. And when you're just out here trying to sell a bunch of stuff that people don't actually even want because you can't communicate it to them properly, they're looking at you like you're those short sleeve wearing button-up shirt, bicycle riding, annoying people asking you, "Do you know God? Do you know God?" I'm like, "Yeah, God's the homie. Get out of my face." So let's get right into this. Look, the thing that you need to understand about people are that people are very, very, very selfish. And people are self-serving. And people do not care that you have some type of product available. Where most people are failing is that they're spending their time, their energy, their effort, their money on creating this product, whether it be an ebook, whether it be a course, whether it be some type of membership, whatever the product is. They think that just because they created something, people should buy it because they took their time to create it, or because they took their energy to create it, or because they invested their money to create it. And people could care less because people are selfish and people are self-serving first. Yes, even you. Yes, even me. It's just human nature. It's just the way that we all are. So if you know that people are selfish, you need to start realizing that people are asking what's in it for them. And people are buying stuff because it is self-serving to them first, not just because they want to buy you to support your business, just to put some money in your pocket. It don't work that way. So you need to understand, even just think of you. If we know that everyone is selfish, what do people actually want? People, they want help. People, they want transformation, which is big. People want to go from their current situation to their desired situation. And people really, really, really deep down, people want pleasure. And this pleasure right here is a big key to things. But where most people are failing is that they're trying to sell to people's pleasure. And you cannot deliver pleasure to people. It doesn't work like that because people will not trust you. Just think about it. All of your red flags go up, and it's just like, oh, caution, 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 alert, alert, alert. When somebody is offering you something that seems to be too good to be true, right? We've all been there before. It's like somebody has the world to offer to us. And even if they're legit, even if they're being honest, before we can even realize that, the first thing that comes up to mind to us is, whoa, what's going on? This doesn't feel good. Why are they just giving me every single thing that I want, need, and desire? Something has to be going on with that. That obviously has to be a scam. We're just all like that because humans, We only make decisions off of two things. We make decisions either off of pleasure or off of pain. It's always going to be one of these two, going back and forth between pleasure or pain. But pain is going to be the highest motivating factor to actually get somebody to move and to actually get somebody to make a purchasing decision. Because it's way easier to draw someone away from their pain than it is to lead someone towards their actual pleasure. This is just basic human psychology. And listen, a lot of this stuff in sales, not even a lot of this stuff, like just primarily in sales in general, you don't really have to understand that many marketing tactics, or you don't really have to understand that many sales strategies. That's just all a bunch of mumbo jumbo from people that are actually not even focusing on actually helping anybody. That's just a lot of tactics for when you're just trying to convince somebody to buy something that really doesn't even benefit them, that will only selfishly benefit you. And people, they are aware of that, and people can see that type of stuff. But if you really learn the human mind and you really focus in more so on human psychology versus thinking about all these marketing and sales tactics, then you will start to realize that it's easier to draw someone away from their pain than to lead them towards their actual pleasure. So if you come from a standpoint of genuinely trying to help somebody first, and then think about monetizing secondly, you will monetize way faster and way more than everybody else that is just out here trying to make money. Look, people are not dumb. People are not stupid. People are getting sold to literally like every waking moment of their day. Every time that they hop on their phone, they're getting sold to nonstop, whether it be through social media or on YouTube, all these ads and stuff. Every time that they walk to their mailbox, it's junk mail just full of ads. Every time that they turn on their TV, every time that they're driving down the street, just billboards, ads, everything, whatever. If they listen to the radio, whatever, it's just everybody's trying to sell stuff to people. And people can tell when people just want money and people are not looking to help them. Because if you're focusing in on helping people, then you will know their actual pain points and you will know how to speak to them. And all that you have to do is effectively communicate that you have a solution to their pain that they're going to. And then they will run away from that pain because deep down behind that pain, they want that actual pleasure. But when everybody else out here on the internet is talking about how their stuff is just the greatest and how their stuff can help them so much, that's just everybody seeking in to this pleasure right here. And that's when everybody's alert system goes off, scam alert goes off, too good to be true goes off. Versus if you can just sit down and dig in these pain points when you're coming through genuinely, either speaking from your personal experience, which I like to do because I only help people with problems that I've previously dealt with. The whole purpose of my whole channel and every single thing that I do as an entrepreneur now is just about helping myself from 2, 3, 4, and 5 years ago. And I know those actual pain points because I've been through them and they were very, very, very painful. I've been through it all. I felt literally every single emotion you can possibly feel on this entrepreneurial journey. I've made money, I've lost it all. I've made money, I lost it all twice. And when I say I've lost it all, I'm talking about like as a grown man calling your mama on the phone because you're crying because you don't know what it is that you're going to do with yourself. Because you're just crumbling. I know that pain. I don't want anybody to go through that. I'm talking about lost it all to the point where I'm going through overdraft because I don't even have enough money to buy a $5 hot and ready from Little Caesars. I'm talking about pain. I know stuff that how people are confused out here on social media because they're in information overload and they're having analysis paralysis. Because they're just thinking that they need more information, that they don't ever even take any action, to whereas they're going to learn way more through action than any book or any video will teach them. But I'm just saying, I know certain pain points and I focus in on these pain points and I give content because content is going to drive sales, but my content is coming from those pain points that I've actually been through. Then I'm actually helping and actually educating people and actually helping people get results. I'm not getting the attention of them for them to get the results by honing in on the pleasure. I'm talking about that pain. I'm alleviating that pain because pain is going to be the main motivator to make someone move. Just think about every single thing that you've been through in your life. Something happened in your life that was so painful that finally got you to make a change. It wasn't you thinking of the pleasurable sides of things. It was that you were sick and tired of being sick and tired, so you made a move. When I fired my job in 2016 to become a full-time entrepreneur before I ever made $1 for myself, it wasn't pleasure of like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to be a 7-figure business owner and I want to just live this cool entrepreneur life. It was the pain of me hating my 9-to-5 job so much that some mornings I would literally throw up just with the thought of going into work, that I had to set my alarm an extra 90 minutes early just so I could put in that buffer time to brush my teeth. Because sometimes I would put my toothbrush in my mouth and the thought of going into work to deal with the shittiest of manager that you can ever think of named Dale and being around a bunch of people that I didn't like, that thought would make me gag and throw up, literally make me sick to my stomach. It was that pain that made me move. It wasn't the entrepreneur lifestyle. But people, they run away from pain way faster than they are drawn towards their pleasure. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff is just basic human psychology about sales. So you need to understand that humans and people, us, we are all emotional creatures. All of us. That's why I really hate when men be like, oh, the women, they so emotional. No, everybody is emotional because the human brain, it works like this. Most people, they don't realize that they're them. Look, if I just say that this is you on this level, this outer level is your thoughts. This outer level here are your emotions and your feelings. And then this outer layer here will be what I call your group think, or people that are influenced by their surroundings or their group or that they're involved in or their peers, right? Most people if they're somewhat intelligent, they typically identify here on an emotional level and here on a thought level. The super duper dummies out there, they're basically just always influenced by their group thinking, right? But when I say people are emotional people, we buy things off of emotion and then we justify with logic. So if somebody sees that you are genuinely helping them and that you are genuinely looking to alleviate their actual pain that they're going through, they are going to feel an emotion first. So we have to cultivate environments and create environments through our actual content, because content drives sales, that will make someone feel something. Because once they feel it first here, then they will justify it on a logical level. And then they'll make their actual purchase. But first, we have to make someone feel something and we have to tap into those emotions. And that's why we need to know all of these pain points so they can actually get to that pleasure that they actually desire. But they don't know you yet in order to trust you to deliver that pleasure. They don't like you yet and they don't trust you yet, because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And you start to build that when you understand that people are emotional creatures and they buy off of emotion and then justify with logic. And you solely focus on delivering that transformation to them, but you focus on communicating that transformation through hitting on actual pain points than just selling them a dream. And then when you do that, these funny words people start to say start coming out. You start to see like comments like this. People, they'll start saying like, oh man, you so real. Or a word that I hear all the time is they'll say, oh man, you're really authentic. This is a word that I hear like literally every day. You're so authentic. Aston CEO is so authentic. It's not that I'm authentic. Yes, I am authentic. I am real because I do nothing but just be myself. There's no character that I'm doing. Aston CEO is me. Aston is actually my name, like my middle name. And the CEO is an aspect of, you're the chief executive officer of yourself. Like, in order to build a business, you got to build yourself, because a business is only going to be a direct reflection of who you actually are inside. So first we got to be CEOs of ourselves. But that's a whole topic for another video. But you start to hear all these words when you're just genuinely helping people and genuinely showing people that you have a solution to a problem. And when you're not trying to sell stuff to people, because people, they don't want to feel as if they're being sold to. Remember these emotions, this emotional level here. People, they don't want to feel like they're being sold to. People want to feel like they're being helped. And with everybody out here just trying to make a buck, people can see that, and people can feel that inauthenticity, and people can feel that people are just trying to sell them some shitty product. And the worst thing that you want to do is actually just try to make some money, and it actually works, and some people actually buy your product, and then they see it's shitty, and then that's how you get a bad name out here, like all of these bad people out here on the internet. Because people are just trying to sell stuff that only serves them but doesn't serve their actual customer. So I'm telling you, if you just become obsessed with actually helping your actual customer and alleviating that pain point, they'll start to get those emotional feelings. They'll start to know, like, and trust you. Then they'll justify with their actual logic to buy that product from you. And that's how you get numbers coming in online, your business, like all them that you see on the screen right now. So if you're ready to make more, working less from stuff that you already know online with a digital product, go ahead and click the link down in the description. Join this credit at the top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description and tap in. And I'll see you on our coaching call this weekend. But another thing too, once you understand this, something that most people are failing miserably is that they're selling the trip instead of the vacation. So we know that this is all about getting people from their current situation of where they are now to their desired situation of where they want to be. People, they're trying to sell their products by talking about the product instead of talking about the payoff. This is what people want. People want the payoff. So when I say that you need to sell the vacation instead of the trip, the payoff is going to be the vacation. So I don't know what is going on with this pen right now. The payoff is going to be the vacation, right? What most people are doing is that they're selling the trip. They're talking about all the pieces, and the trip is the pieces. So for instance, if somebody has an ebook, for example, they'll say, oh, my ebook has this many pages and it's just this many chapters. Or if they have a course, they'll say, oh, my course, it has this many modules and it has this many hours worth of content, versus selling the vacation. And the vacation is simply the payoff. If someone wants to go to the Maldives, they want to go to the Maldives. They don't want to hear somebody talk about the flight ticket costs this much, and then you're going to have to get here, and then we're going to have a transfer here, and then from that layover there, it's going to be this many hours to get to this place, but you can't fly straight into it, so you're going to have to fly into this airport. Then we're going to have to take a shuttle, and that shuttle's going to take you, you're going to have to drive another 2-3 hours in the shuttle to get to this spot to check into your beautiful dream paradise. That's the trip. People, they want the vacation. A lot of people just think that it's all this overload of information. They got to pack so much stuff into it. No, that's the pieces. Focus on the payoff. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. Go ahead and check out this video right here on how you can create a product in one day, make a bare minimum of $100,000 with it, but it's all going to be alleviating that pain. It's crowded at the top.